I'm Bhavana Ramanna. I'm actually not Bhavana Ramanna. I was Nandini. I started as Nandini Ramanna. Ramanna is my father. Shakuntala is my mother. I grew up mostly in towns of Karnataka, mainly in Shivamogga, also in Davangere. Davangere is a place which embraced me and gave me so much of love and confidence. It's only because of them all that I'm here today. I come from a community which is around 8% of the population in Karnataka state. My ancestral occupation is fishery. I'm from a fishing community. I must be the only girl back in 1997 who had gotten into cinema industry from my community. It's also a backward community. When we talk about backward, not by culture, it's because we are financially backward. And I here represent my community. I'm very proud to say that I'm part of that community, which gave me so much of culture and courage to go behind my dream and then to do whatever I wanted to do. Growing up in a middle-class family, my father has been a revenue inspector. Also, my mother was a housewife. Growing up in town, coming up from a backward class family, even to learn classical dance such as Bharatanatyam, it's a very difficult thing that nobody has a clue whatsoever other than Bangalore city, Bengaluru and Mysuru. Historically, we go back to Mysuru and Bengaluru for last 500 years. So anything beyond Bangalore, that is the real society that we live in. Because everything what we do, that every decision what we take for our own life, it does matter to others too, in many which ways. So to learn classical dancing, it was so difficult. It was my mother who encouraged me. And later on, the time I reached 15 years old, it was so difficult for my parents to answer them back because they would say, oh, Shakuntala, it's so difficult. You're making her learn classical dance, also thin, tall, and fair. You will not find a groom for her. If you're 18, you're already too old. If you have to be married by 18 or 19. Anything beyond 19 will be really old and you will not find a groom those days. And that too in communities such who are really conservative. After which, because I was already made name here in Bangalore city as a classical dancer, I started getting offers for cinema, which was not that I dreamt of. I never dreamt of to be an actor. Of course, I always wanted to be a dancer. I thought I would be an artist. If not, I would be a very strict police officer. That's what I thought. But I never thought that I'm one who was really framed to be an actress because I was never glamorous. I was really skinny. And whatever that thing, the parameters you want an actress to be or a heroine to be, I didn't have any of those qualities, as he was mentioning. You know, you just see odd peas out of a team all the time. But then I was very enthusiastic and everything. But I started with a Tulu cinema, Mari Bale. I started with that cinema, not because of the cinema, because it was again the director who belonged to my community. He approached me. It was all about fishing and these people in that area, what are the difficulties that they are going through. So I thought, yes, I will take part. Also, my parents agreed. For this movie, I did not have to take any permission from anybody. But after which, I was really appreciated. I think I got some critic award and things like that in the state. I don't remember it very well. And after which, I started getting offers for Kannada films too. And when it was Kannada films, then it was a big question mark for my parents. Then they had to call up all the elderly people of my community. And they said, my girl, my daughter, is very talented. If you all permit if you all give the permission for her to go into this film industry or to be an actress, we will make sure that she will not spoil anybody's name here. And she will make sure she will hold on to the respect of everyone's and the family and you all. So first film, there was a meeting in my house. So my father had to call up around 15 to 20 people, all the elderly people of my community. And they said, is it okay? Only then, after the permission was given by all the people in the community, that is when I happened to act in my first cinema that is called as Nee Mudida Mallige. From then, I became Bhavana. And now, I'm known as Bhavana for all the Kannadigas. And I'm so grateful the kind of love they always keep on sharing. And whether I'm alone, whether I have film in my hand, whether I have no films in my hand, whether I have money in my hand, whether no money in my hand, but it's just the love what keeps me going on. I'm so blessed, that's what I think. So this is how my cinema journey started. After which, I did not think the first film will be that's going to be my profession. My first film, I got the State Best Supporting Actress Award. There was still a speculation that Shakuntala's daughter is doing a small little fill-up role in the cinema. Only after I received the award, that is when my mother also started receiving some rewards from all the relatives and people around. So it was a bigger responsibility for me to move around in the industry alone as a teenager, not to spoil the name of the family or the parent. That was the biggest responsibility on my shoulder. After which, my second film did well. My third film became a blockbuster. That is when I thought maybe now it's there in me. Now it should be my profession. When you start saying this is your profession, then you start becoming more and more disciplined with everything that you want to start. You have to ask for money, and then you say, this is what I will do, and this is what I will not do. These are the things which started. But what cinema has given me, in reality, I happened to meet up and spend time with legendary people such as Dr. Rajkumar, Dr. Vishnuvardhan, Mr. Ambarish, everyone. Also, one whom I think was very bold for that time, and she lived her life completely, was Ms. Jayanti. And all of them give so much of an insight of life, which kind of started carving me. I mean, like, I started to carve myself. Not to become best or good or anything, but to be really humble, humiliated, and to receive everything what comes in our way. After all this, it was, if you have watched any of Mr. Shivaji Ganeshan's interview, he also sees he was such a great actor, and every movie that he acted in is still a blockbuster if you release it back. But when he came into politics, he completely failed as a politician. And there is a very common question that is asked to every actor who comes into politics. Why is it every actor wants to be a politician? It's just, I think, that not that we want to be a politician. We are always hungry for a platform where our voices are heard. Because so much of life that we see through, as in when we are shooting, off screen and on the screen, both, that you start getting associated heartily with every individual that you come across, or probably that every character which has been written for us to portray it on screen, but that character becomes part of us. And the people who write those characters and the lines and the words, it'll start taking a shape and becomes a soul. And then it'll start really getting into it'll start becoming part of us. Every character start talking to us. That's what I feel as an artist, because every character is always talking to you and asking you, why is it you're doing this and why is it you're doing that? So with this, you start contemplating with your own self, maybe when you talk about meditation or spirituality or anything, it's all about asking question to your own self. I think that's what every character does to us. After which, you think that you really understand everyone's problem. Then you want to be part of a platform which kind of gives you that opportunity to talk and to be heard and to listen to their voices. So the perception of the society about an actor or an actress makes him think that we are not very serious people, or makes him think that probably they associated with the character that we play on the screen. It's quite natural. That's absolutely fine though. And that's what it should be. If at all we do that, then we are called good actors. But beyond that, there is a life for every actor. Beyond that, there is a desire for every actor. Beyond that, there is a heart for every actor. And every actor, or it is Mr. Prakash Raj Rai also, even he failed as a politician. So whenever, or Mr. Kamal Hassan, including Ms. Khushbu, recently what happened with Ms. Khushbu, just because she has been an actress, just because she has played the roles, which was enjoyable to watch on screen, and today they made ugly comments on her. So, from real to real, there is a lot of misconception, even to today, about actors. There is still a mystery about actors. There's still some kind of a curiosity which kind of creates amongst people about actors. All of them are very good. But I just think that when they come to politics, from not leaving the art aside, when they come away from that to politics, when they enter into politics, I just feel that they're truly there. Because for any actor, I don't know how people really scale the success or measure the success. The enlightenment, what they achieve during every shoot, because there's so many hearts and so many souls and so many brains, so many amazing people who work within the industry and behind the screen. It's so astonishing that you really want to do something. You really want to give something to the people. So they always come with the right intention, in good intention, but in reality, it's always people. There is some kind of a, I would say some kind of a very thin parda kind of a thing, a shimmery screen in between, not just the silver screen. After that, in real life, there is a very thin silver, shiny screen between you and the people, which is still away. I feel one day, all that love, everything what we receive, it's humongous, and I can't tell you how to thank people. But then, above all, I think there is still a misconception that they're just entertainers. I just want it to be changed, or someday it should change, as they're not just entertainers, they're here with heart and soul. Because you have so much of lights and heat and dust and everything which is maybe non-romantic at all on the sets, or even to shoot. I produced a cinema, and in that film it was, we are supposed to do one romantic song, and just within the bedroom itself. And then we're really running short of ideas, and how do you make it look so romantic? Every shot, it becomes so difficult. I think to portray yourself very romantic on screen, in reality, on reel, I think that's the most difficult task for a director and co-stars and actors and everyone. This is one thing that this is my own experience. After which, now it is the era of girls they have more freedom to talk. They have more freedom to express themselves. So that's when the time of Me Too came in. So the Me Too kind of hava also kind of hit Kannada industry also. Cinema industry, or cinema, is the only one art form which involves you with emotionally, you have to be involved. physically we have to be involved, and mentally we have to be involved. When I say physically, whatever the characters that we are surrounded by, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, or somebody who's trying to assault you, everything becomes part of you. Everything is a physical thing. So it is very important for any actor, especially a girl who's coming into an industry, to know these nuances. Also to respect. It is very important to respect each and every artist, whatever the role they could be playing. I will share one of my experience, I'll tell you. One of the movie that I have a villain who's also my friend. He was supposed to be, he is a sculptor basically by profession, and then he happened to act in that film, and then as a villain. He's a villain boss. And there is one scene that he's supposed to rape me, you know. Then he is just coming up to me. Could you please help me? I don't know how to do that, you know. So the whole rape scene actually is choreographed by me alone. Even the director didn't know how to do that. So what happens is when actresses are coming in today, it is it's not an easy task. I mean, it's not, nobody would like to be touched when you're not ready for it. That is when Outlook magazine had written a big 2-page article saying that it is industry's responsibility when girls are taking up such wrong path, when they dreamt to be part of this industry, and this industry has not held them up together. That's why they've taken a different path, and such a versatile, talented actress has gotten into a wrong path. That I then wrote a letter to Outlook, saying that this industry does not demand for any of the qualification. This industry does not ask for any kind of money. This industry does not ask for anything at all. It just asks you to love the industry. So it is not the industry's responsibility. It is the actor who comes into the industry. It is their own responsibility to look after them and look after everyone around and respect the art. Thank you so much for having me here.